This is YC Mathematics and Physics. Today's lecture is Grade 10 Math. Grade 10 Math, linear system. Part 3. Elimination. Let's have an example. Two x plus 3y equals 18. 5x minus 4y equals negative 1. Before we go on, we give these two equations a number. So I will give each equation a number. So I call this equation equation 1, and this equation is equation 2. Okay. Let's multiply the first equation by 5. So I write the instruction here, 5 times equation 1. 5 times equation 1. 2 times 5 is 10. 10x. 5 times 3 is 15. 15y. 5 times 18 is 90. I call this equation equation 3. Then I multiply equation 2 by 2. 2 times equation 2. So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8. Equals 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And I call this equation equation 4. Now I subtract equation 4 from equation 3. So I write here equation 3 minus equation 4. So 10x minus 10x, x is gone. 15y minus negative 8y is 23y equals 90 minus negative 2 is 92. Or I call this number 5. So next is to solve for y. So what is y? Y is equal to 92 divided by 23, and which is 4. I call this equation 6. So I now have the value of y. So next I want to find the value of x. What I do is to substitute 6 into, I choose 2. You can substitute 6 into 1 as well. So I just substitute 6 into 2. So what do I get? So y is 4, 5x minus 4, because my y is 4 here, so 4 times 4 equals -1. Now I have 5x minus 4 times 4 is 16 equals -1, and I have 5x equals 16 minus 1. Move the -16 to the right-hand side, it becomes +16. So then I have 16 minus 1 is 15. Now I can get x. What is x? X is 15 divided by 5. And this is 3. Now I have the solution. My solution is x equals 3. And y here, y is equal to 4. This pair is my solution. Or you can write your solution like this way. 3, 4. Now the 3 means the value of x, and 4 means the value of y. Look at this step. When I do equation 3 minus equation 4, I have 10x minus 10x, so x is gone. So x disappears. So in this step, I have eliminated x. So this method is called elimination. So in this step, I write x is eliminated. X is eliminated here. So the method is called method of elimination. Okay, this is an example. It's quite simple here. So let's have another example. Okay. So x minus 1/3 y equals -1. I label this equation 1. 2/3 of x. 2/3 of x minus 1/4 of y equals -1. So I call this equation 2. So this is different from the last example. In the last example, I did not have any fractions, but now I have some fractions. The first thing you do is to get rid of the fractions. How do I get rid of fractions? Look at equation 1. I don't want the 3 in the denominator. So I multiply 3 to equation 1. 3 times equation 1. Then I have 3x minus y. 3 times 1/3 is just 1, so I have 1 equals 3 times -1 is -3. So I have equation 3 now. Now the next equation is equation 2. I don't want the denominator. So how do I do that? I multiply equation 2 by the common denominator, which is 12. So 12 multiply equation 2. 12 times this is 8x. 12 times this is 3y minus 3y equals 12 times that is -12. I call this equation 4. Now I apply the method of elimination or elimination method. I can choose either eliminate x or eliminate y. So let's eliminate y. How do I do that? I multiply equation 3 by 3. 3 times equation 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times -y is -3y. And this is equal to 3 times 3 is 9. So I call this equation 5. Now, I just repeat equation 4. So copy equation 4. I just rewrite it. Put equation 4 below it. 8x minus 3y equals -12. I can name this equation 4, but let's do that. Let's say this is equation 6. It doesn't matter. You can still call this equation 4, right? Okay, so I just renumber it equation 6. Then the next is to eliminate y. I choose y to be eliminated. So how do you eliminate y? You just subtract. So 5 minus 6. Equation 5, subtract equation 6. So this minus that, I have x. This minus that, y is gone. This minus that is 3. So I have the answer x is 3. I call this equation 7. So once I have x, then I can have y. So how do I find y? I can put the I can put x equals 3 into here or into here. I choose substitute x equals 3 into 3. So I substitute 7 into substitute 7 into number 3. Then I have 3x. 3x is 3, so 3 times 3 minus y is equal to -3. this is 9 minus y is equal to negative 3. So what is y then? You can move the negative y to the right-hand side, it becomes positive y, and move the negative 3 to the left-hand side, it becomes positive, so it's 9 plus 3. This gives me 12. So I have the y now. So I call this 8. How do I find x? I can put y into this here. To find x, yeah, I can put y into here. So put 8 into 3, substitute 8. Into 3. So I have 3x minus y is 12. So I have 3x minus 12 equals negative 3. Oops, equals, equals negative 3. And I work it out. 3x is plus 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Yeah, is equal to 9. Therefore, x is equal to 9 over 3 is equal to 3. Now, wait a minute. I think I made a serious mistake. Let's see now. X is 3. I want to find 9. Oh, I'm sorry. I was absent-minded. I already have x, and I already have y. So this is just, I'm so sorry, I was absent-minded. So x is 3, y is 12. So I have the answer, x is 3, y is 12. And this is my answer, solution. Or you can write bracket 3, 12. Okay, this is how you find the answer. And this method is still called elimination because I eliminated y, you see. This step, you see, I only have x. So I eliminated y in this step. So, sorry again. I was so absent-minded. I already have the x and y, and I try to find x again. That's just cross it out. So this is method of elimination. You choose either x or y to eliminate. Let's make a summary. So far we have talked about 3 methods. The first method we talked about was called comparison. The second method we talked about was called substitution. And this is the third method. It's called elimination. We will continue in next part. We will derive a formula. So if we have a formula, we just substitute the numbers into the formula, get x and get y. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.